Hello everyone. So as our HSC exams are nearing, let us go through a past board paper. Okay, understanding what is allowed, what is not allowed. Okay, so let's have an overview of it. This is your past board exam paper, as you can see on screen. Now let's go through the instructions towards the beginning. Okay, each activity has to be answered in complete sentences. One word answers will not be given complete credit. Just the correct activity number written in case of options will not be given credit. So what does this mean is your answer should be in a complete sentence. Do not just write the correct answer. If it is a fill in the blank question, write the entire sentence and underline the answer, right? So it has to be in a complete sentence. Also, for unseen comprehensions, wherever there are questions asked, make sure you write your answer in a sentence format and not in single or 2 or 3 words. Okay. Moving on. Web diagrams, flowcharts, tables, etc. are to be presented exactly as they are with answers. So this instruction is regarding the web diagrams or any charts which are given in the question paper. Okay, this does not refer to your writing skills section. Okay, this refers to the charts or tables जो अनसीन कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में एक क्वेश्चन होता है वैसा या फिर सीन कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में होता है सो वेर एवर देर आर डायग्राम्स प्रिंटेड इन द क्वेश्चन पेपर उनको वैसे के वैसा आपको कॉपी करना है यू डोंट हैव टू मेक एनी चेंजेस देयर okay you have to present them exactly as they are. Now in point number 2 above, just words without presentation of activity format design will not be given credit. जैसे क्वेश्चन आता है ना अनसीन कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में एक टेबल दिया जाता है and आपको वो फिल इन करना है तो just don't write the answers, make sure you are drawing a table like it is given in the question. Okay, that is what it means. And use of color pencils is not allowed for this particular activity, for web diagrams, flowcharts, tables given in the question paper. राइटिंग स्किल्स में आप जो कर रहे हो जैसे अपील राइटिंग है वहां पर आपको कलर पेन्स पेंसिल्स अलाउड है. आई विल टॉक अबाउट इट व्हेन वी रीच दैट पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज मल्टीपल आंसर्स टू द सेम एक्टिविटी विल बी ट्रीटेड एज रॉन्ग. डेफिनेटली you are not supposed to give a choice to the examiner, right? So write only one answer. Even if you are confused, choose one answer out of it. Do not write both. The last one is maintain the sequence of questions, section numbers, activities throughout the activity sheet. Now, here we should note that you are given the freedom of changing the sequence of sections. ठीक है, सेक्शन आपको कौन सा करना है पहले ये आप चूज कर सकते हो पर वो सेक्शन पूरी तरह करो और फिर दूसरे सेक्शन में जाओ. डू नॉट चेंज द ऑर्डर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस विद इन द सेक्शन. ओके, सो इफ यू आर डूइंग योर नॉवल सेक्शन फर्स्ट, सेक्शन 4 अगर पहले कर रहे हो तो पूरा सेक्शन 4 कर लो फिर आगे बढ़ो. ठीक है, एक एक क्वेश्चन उसमें से सेपरेट आउट मत करो. दैट इज व्हाट दिस मीन्स. देन वी कैन मूव ऑन and be very very clear about the question numbers that you're writing, guys. If there is no question number, you are not given marks for that particular question even if your answer is correct. Okay, so please make sure. Especially क्या होता है ये writing skills का section जो होता है ना वहां पर we've noticed it before, कि एक activity हो जाए next page पे जाते हो and you start off with the next activity and you forget to write the question number. तो specifically noting it for you, make sure you write the question number. Now this is your section 1. Section 1 is prose section. Okay, and you have this question 1A for 12 marks. This is a scene comprehension. We call it as a scene comprehension. Scene comprehension meaning the passage that is given is from the textbook, from your chapters. Okay, so there would be this passage given. Read it well, even if you are aware of the chapter, even if you remember, अरे हाँ मैंने ये पढ़ा है chapter. Still, go through that passage before you start answering questions. Okay. Now the questions below the passage, you have this A1 and A2, both of them for 2 marks each. Okay, these are objective type questions. So objectives में क्या आता है? True or false, fill in the blanks, pick the odd man out, match the columns, इस तरह के questions. ट्रू और फॉल्स अगर आए तो स्पेसिफिकली जो इंस्ट्रक्शन है वो पढ़िए. जैसे इसमें सिर्फ आपको पूछा है ट्रू है या फॉल्स है आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए. ओके, समटाइम्स दे आल्सो टेल यू टू करेक्ट द फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट्स. तो ठीक से पढ़ो क्या पूछा है, व्हाट इज एक्सपेक्टेड. ओके, Here also you write the sentence and then mention whether it is true or false, not just true and false. Okay. Second question is about match the columns. Again, make a table, column A, column B, and write the correct options in front of each other. Okay, so make the table. Don't just randomly write. Next is A3. A3 is generally an understanding based question. What I mean by an understanding based question is it is based on the understanding of the given passage. How well have you understood the given passage? उस पे ये question होता है हमेशा. And it is a long answer, like for 2 marks, but single question. So your answer should be, here they are expecting it to be in pointers or it could be in sentences. So this is an understanding based question. Okay, A4 है. यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन में दिया है राइट योर व्यूज. तो योर व्यूज, योर आइडिया, योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, इस तरह जब पूछते हैं देन इट इज अ पर्सनल रिस्पॉन्स क्वेश्चन. पर्सनल रिस्पॉन्स क्वेश्चन में अगर आप पैसेज में से पॉइंटर्स उठा के आंसर कर रहे हो तो आपको उसके मार्क्स नहीं मिलते हैं, बिकॉज व्हाट इज एक्सपेक्टेड इज प्रेजेंटिंग योर ओन थॉट्स. Okay, so focus on your views, your thoughts, and write them without referring to the passage above. Okay, now they've clearly mentioned here your answer should be in 3 to 4 sentences. So remember this always. Okay, whenever you're writing a 2 marks answer, your answer should be 3 to 4 sentences. Okay, and this is a personal response question. As I said, A4 is personal response. A5 is saying do as directed. Do as directed is always your grammar section. Okay, so these are grammar questions and these are always in MCQ format. Okay, multiple choice questions. You will be given options if to choose the right option from it. So 2 questions of grammar and this is called as textual grammar. Textual grammar क्यों? Because ये जो ऊपर passage दिया है ना उसी में से sentences होते हैं. So this is called as textual grammar. MCQ types, choose your right answer. Now, when I'm saying grammar, what are the pointers or what are the topics that you should be focusing on? Okay, you should focus on tenses. You should focus on voice, active voice, passive voice. You should focus on reported speech. Reported speech is direct and indirect speech. You should focus on gerunds and infinitives. You should know what are gerunds and what are infinitives. Modals, modal auxiliaries, right? Yes, so these are your major topics when it comes to grammar. Okay, make sure you go through it. Do not leave it as an option. Please go through all your grammar topics. The last question in this, A6, is always a vocabulary based question. Vocabulary based question meaning it is based on words from the passage and their meanings. Okay, so here find out words from the passage which mean reminiscence and exhilaration. So this is the question where we find synonyms, right? Find out words which are similar in meaning. Sometimes they might ask you for antonyms also. So please read your question well, what is expected. Okay, it can also be making sentences from the words given. Okay, तो इस तरह के questions vocabulary पे focus करके question इसमें आता है for 2 marks. So that was your section A. Now section B here is again do as directed, meaning grammar. Now do as directed here is a grammar section, but this is non-textual grammar. Non-textual meaning these sentences will not be picked up from the passage. There would be any random sentence given to you. Non-textual grammar. Again, MCQs only. There would be options given to you. You have to choose the right option. So 3 questions here, and there is 1 mark of spot the error. Now, spot the error is more or less a grammar question only. There are always grammar errors here. So he prescribed medicines along with a few exercises to his patients. Now, this is a routine activity for him. So this prescribe should be prescribes with an S. So what have you to do is you have to write the sentence again, correcting the error in that sentence. Okay, so iska 1 mark hai. समटाइम्स ये जो 4 मार्क्स हैं बी सेक्शन के, दे आर डिवाइडेड एज 2 and 2. 2 मार्क के ग्रामर आते हैं, 2 मार्क का एरर स्पॉटिंग आता है. सो इफ द सेंटेंस हैज मल्टीपल एरर्स, then it might come for 2 marks also. Okay, this is your question 1. Okay, which was for 16 marks, 12 plus 4. Question 2 is a seen comprehension. I'm sorry, it's an unseen comprehension. Okay, question 2 जो है is an unseen comprehension. फर्स्ट वाला था वो सीन कॉम्प्रिहेंशन था आपके टेक्स्ट बुक में से. ये अनसीन है. पैसेज वुड बी एनी रैंडम पैसेज गिवन टू यू for 12 marks. Read the passage well. If required, read it twice. Looking at the questions, again, A1, A2 are your objective questions, like the question number 1, 2 marks each. Then this contains a table here. If you see A2, तो इसी तरह का टेबल आप बनाइए आंसर लिखते वक्त भी, सिर्फ प्लेन आंसर मत लिखिए. क्वेश्चन 3 सिमिलर टू क्वेश्चन 1, A3 भी यहां पर भी अंडरस्टैंडिंग बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है. एंड A4 इज अ पर्सनल रिस्पॉन्स क्वेश्चन. तो ये क्वेश्चन का जो फॉर्मेट है वो क्वेश्चन 1 की तरह ही इसमें भी है. बोथ ऑफ देम बीइंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशंस, द फॉर्मेट रिमेन्स द सेम. A5 is a 2 mark question on grammar. ग्रामर के टॉपिक्स मैंने पहले ही डिस्कस किए हैं कौन से आपको करने चाहिए. इन एडिशन टू द टॉपिक्स डिस्कस्ड अबव, अनदर टॉपिक विच आई मिस्ड आउट इज टाइप्स ऑफ सेंटेंसेस. सो सिंपल, कंपाउंड, कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंसेस, ये भी आपको टॉपिक कवर करना है आपके ग्रामर सिलेबस में. यू डोंट हैव टू लीव दैट टॉपिक. ओके, A6 here is match the columns. So for 2 marks again, make columns and write your answer. I'm repeating it. Don't write it as a plain sentence. Question 2B is summary writing. Okay, so जो आपको passage दिया है उसका आपको summary लिखना है. Writing a summary meaning you convert the given passage to 1/3 of its length. Okay, and they have given you the pointers also, which you need to include in the summary writing. Sometimes they also ask you to give a title to your summary. So follow instructions well. Make sure your summary is not very long. Another important thing here is you should not be copying sentences from the original passage. ये pointers दिए हैं ना, pointers follow करो, sentences खुद के बनाओ. Make your own sentences using these pointers. Okay, that is how a summary is written. You should not be copying sentences from the passage. The C section here is mind mapping. Mind mapping. Under mind mapping, you would be given a topic. Now, mind map किस तरह बनाते हैं हम? We always write the central idea in the center, right? So effects of music on human life would be written in the center. Then we branch it out. We call it as branching. Okay, so this is subtopics. तो इसके जो subtopics हैं वो यहाँ पर आएंगे. The branching will happen, and these subtopics will further be branched. Okay, at least 2 of them. Now this is what is your requirement for mind mapping. Main topic लिखो, सब टॉपिक लिखो 3-4, और एटलीस्ट 2 टॉपिक्स के सब टॉपिक्स भी लिखो. That is the requirement for a 3 mark mind mapping question. Okay. Again, here your presentation will be given weightage. ठीक है. Pointers आप क्या लिख रहे हो, that is your ideas and thoughts, and how do you present them. Okay, that will be the point of weightage. Next is section 2, which is poetry and appreciation. इसमें से जो sorry, question 3 है, question 3A, this is about your scene poetry comprehension. ये poem आपकी टेक्स्ट बुक में से आएगी. ओके, सो टेक्स्ट बुक में से आप चैप्टर्स, पोएम्स कोई भी ऑप्शन में नहीं डाल सकोगे. यू हैव टू डू एवरीथिंग बिकॉज यू नेवर नो विच वन विल कम इन द एग्जाम. ठीक है. Now the poem is given, and below that you have your questions. Again, a very similar format like your comprehension, prose comprehension. A question, A1 will be a 2 mark objective. A2 will always be a figure-based or diagram-based question. You have to fill it in with reference to the poem. A3, write your idea of a beautiful person. So your idea meaning this becomes a personal response question. Find out and explain an example of antithesis from the given extract. So A4 is always a question on figure of speech. You also call it as poetic devices. ठीक है, तो उस पे होता है ये question. It is either figure out an example from the poem, or they'll give you lines from the poem and ask you which figure of speech applies to these particular lines. Okay, or they might ask you to choose couple of examples of particular figure of speech from the given poem. ठीक है, तो अलग अलग टाइप से पूछ सकते हैं ये. And it is always name and explain. Okay, so you should also know the explanation. Okay, for example, antithesis. It is when there are two opposite ideas in the same line of the poem. Then it is antithesis. तो name भी करना है आपको और उसको explain भी करना है, तभी 2 marks मिलेंगे. ठीक है. And the last but not the least, A5 is about composing a poem. तो ये टॉपिक जो होता है वो पोएम से रिलेटेड होता है. ओके, एंड यू आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू राइट अराउंड 4 लाइन्स. 2 to 4 बोला है यहाँ पर, बट फोकस ऑन राइटिंग 4 लाइन्स. So don't leave this question, I would suggest. Write appropriate to the topic 4 lines. And even if you are not able to have a rhyme scheme to it, it is absolutely fine. Relevant lines, you should go ahead and write them. Okay, do not leave this question. Next is part B of this question, which is appreciation of the poetry. Okay, so here again you would be given words from the poem and you are expected to write the appreciation. इसमें poem का नाम नहीं होगा. Name of that poem will not be given. Name meaning the title of the poem. ठीक है ना? Title नहीं दिया होगा poem का और poet का नाम नहीं दिया होगा. ये दोनों आपको पता होने चाहिए पोएम पढ़ के कि ये कौन सी पोएम में से स्टैंजास लिए हैं या ये कौन सा पूरा पोएम लिया है और उसका पोएट कौन है, ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. दिस विल नॉट बी गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन. अप्रिसिएशन राइटिंग. सो राइट ऑन द पॉइंटर्स. टेक्स्ट बुक में इसके पॉइंटर्स दिए हुए हैं फर्स्ट पोएट्री के पीछे. व्हाट ऑल पॉइंटर्स शुड यू राइट योर अप्रिसिएशन ऑन? So the first pointer is always about the poet, poem, and title. Okay, then you write about the central idea of the poem, right? Or the theme, it is called as. Okay, then you write about figures of speech in the poem or poetic devices. Then you write about special features, language, your opinion. So follow the pointers and write in a paragraph format. I repeat, write in a paragraph format. Section 3 is about writing skills. Here you would have 4 sections, A, B, C, D, each having 3 internal choices. For the A section, you have a choice between virtual message, statement of purpose, and group discussion. So your first preference here should be virtual message. Okay, this being easy and scoring as well. Moving on to question B, email writing, report writing, interview writing. So interview and email, you can choose any one. Okay, these are the preferred choices I would suggest. In section C, you have a choice between speech writing, comparing, and expansion of idea. Here again, I would, prefer writing comparing question because it is more or less on a similar ground that it happens. So once you are accustomed to that particular write-up, it becomes easier for you. The second option could be expansion of idea. Okay, so choose according to your liking or your strength. How well can you write? And the last section D, it talks about review, blog, and appeal. So review is something you can prepare, as a homework assignment, home assignment. It is always a film review or a book review. ठीक है, अब तक तीसरा कुछ आया नहीं है बोर्ड एग्जाम्स में. Having said that, last year there were some colleges which introduced magazine article review. ये colleges ने अपने prelims में introduce किया था question, but it has never appeared in your boards before this. Okay, it has always been a film review or a book review. So you can always have your pointers ready before you go for your exam. Appeal writing भी आप कर सकते हो. It is also a simple topic. If you are good at, creating taglines, or if you're, creative overall, you can maybe sketch something. In that case, you can go in for appeal writing also. It is also quite an interesting topic. Moving on to the fourth section, which is generally considered a little difficult by students, novels. जब आप novels कर रहे हो, आपकी textbook में 4 novels हैं, okay? उसमें से कोई सा भी novel आपको option में नहीं डालना है, सब आपको करने हैं, okay? पता आपको क्या होना चाहिए. Now, first novel is full of information, okay? There are many things which you need to remember, right? History of novels जो है, उसमें era wise, like 17th century, 18th century, 19th century, modern art, modern writers. So इस तरह उसको divide किया हुआ है literature को और writers को. So there is lot of information to be remembered. But you will always have objective questions on that particular novel. That is 4.1 I'm talking about. Fill in the blanks में भी options दिए होंगे so that you choose the option from the given ones. They've simplified things. Even the board is aware that there is a lot of information in 4.1, so things are a little lenient here. Then the B section would be on 4.2, that is to serve with love. What should you know about it? You should know the storyline of each novel. You should know the characters of each novel, and you should know the theme of each novel or the central idea of each novel. Okay, तो ये 3 आपको सब novels के लिए पता होने ही चाहिए. You cannot leave anything undone. Okay, so that was your to serve with love. 2 questions of 2 marks each. Again, when I say 2 marks का question है, आपको पता है now that you have to write around 4 sentences, 4 to 5 sentences, right? So this is your 2 questions of 2 marks each. C is based on the second novel, that is Around the World in 80 Days. Again, 2 questions of 2 marks each. Many a times the questions are good enough for a direct answer, but if the question is, the expected answer to that question is not as long as expected, you can always give an introduction to the chapter and then move on. Okay, the last question, last section, section D, is from the novel The Sign of 4, right? So do go through the novels well, okay? And as I have highlighted, you should know the storyline, you should know the characters, and you should know the theme of each and every novel. Okay, then you can always write any answer that can be asked. So that is it. It was an overview of your paper. And if you have any specific doubts, you're most welcome to put in messages. I would definitely reply or revert to the same. All right. Thank you. Bye.